Welcome to More to Know on Daily Ad Brief. I'm your host, Kent Lewis. Joining us today from Vancouver, Washington is Tina Mulqueen with Kindred PR. Welcome to the show, Tina.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you. For our viewers, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I've been in the advertising and communication space for more than a decade now. I own a company called Kindred PR, which was founded in 2013. And we help mostly tech and media companies with their internal and external communications.
Fantastic. So, with your background in PR and communications, what would you say are the major challenges that brands and marketers like ourselves are facing today?
There are many challenges that we're facing today as brands, and especially from the communications standpoint, because the way that we get information is more and more convoluted every day. We're seeing right now with the headlines with Twitter and how people are communicating on social media and the implications of algorithmic advertising and sort of misaligned advertising incentives. All of these things are creating a really convoluted ecosystem of communications. And brands right now have to navigate that in ways that serve consumers and also serve their own interests in terms of branding.
And that makes total sense. And I think we all see that when we get like 3,000 ad messages a day and through 40 different channels. So balancing all that is clearly a challenge. I guess my next question is about connected TV, CTV, and how is that impacting from your perspective? I can say from advertisers' perspective, but from a PR perspective, what do you see happening there as people are kind of breaking the chain of broadcast and even cable?
Yeah, so it's really interesting because there are just more avenues for storytelling. And that's one of the things that we're seeing with connected TV. Content is becoming more and more overwhelming in terms of just the opportunities for consumers to digest content. And there are so many opportunities with CTV. One of the things that I think is interesting and that's kind of on the horizon is the possibility of CTV integrating with live marketing, because we're seeing live communication be a channel more marketers are thinking about in terms of how do we sell products from a live standpoint. And I'm seeing a little bit of integration between that live channel and CTV from a technological standpoint. That's something that marketers should look out for.
Nice. Well said. So, if that's where things are going with storytelling and having more options, even though it's a more crowded market, what do you see as the biggest challenges in the next 2 years for marketers, particularly PR professionals, communicators?
Yeah, I think that I see breaking through that sort of white noise in the content ecosystem as a challenge that brands have faced for a long time, and marketers are getting more sort of educated on the advertising ecosystem generally. I think that education is really important. I think that partnering with marketers that really understand the ad ecosystem and where your brand can sit and meet consumers where they're at, depending on what that consumer demographic looks like, is going to be increasingly important as more and more content channels open up.
And that makes a ton of sense. And to wrap up, what form factors are you seeing greatest success with right now, based on what we've talked about?
Sure. I'm seeing a lot of success with brands that are working with content creators that are organically using their products and using those content creators to tell stories in ways that are authentic to audiences. That's one place. And then also brands that are focusing internally on their own organizational culture and utilizing their employees' stories as assets. I think that that's an interesting focus area from a communication standpoint as well.
Fantastic. That is some great advice, and I hope brands are listening and take a note from you on that. I want to thank you for your time, Tina, for sharing your knowledge with us today. And
Thank you
to
so
find
much
out
for
more,
having me.
you bet. To find out more about our guest today and the show's topic, please visit us at dailyadbrief.com. We hope you'll join us next time for More to Know.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.